Today we have the honor of speaking with Garaad Mukhtar Garaad, a respected traditional leader from the SSC region. Garaad Mukhtar has deep roots in the community and has witnessed the impact of the ongoing conflict on the people of Las Anod. In this interview, we will ask him to share his insight on the current situation and the humanitarian crisis that the city's residents are facing. Hello, Garaad Mukhtar. How are you?
Hi, Tusmo. Alhamdulillah. How are you? Welcome to my residency. Glad that you made it out of your busy schedule.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Can you provide us with an overview of the current situation in Las Anod?
The current situation in Las Anod is just a city that has been bombarded since February 6th. And even though the level of damage and the number of casualties may be different on a daily basis, one thing is consistent. Consistently, we did not miss an attack each and every single day since February 6th. Even as of late as today, we had a number of weapons that have been fired on us. I'm not sure exactly the extensive damage that has been caused. Yesterday we had a few people that have been injured, and I think there were some people who lost their lives as well. So we're in a war zone, basically.
Okay. Can you estimate the number of casualties since Somaliland attacked the city?
Since the February 6th, the number of deaths toll, as of my last knowledge, were more than 180 people. The number of damage and injuries or wounded were more than 1,180, and not including last few days since I was out trip, but the number is scattering.
Okay. And in your opinion, what are the underlying causes of this conflict?
The right to freedom, basically. These people feel that they are free to have self-determination, free to choose who they are and what their identity is, and they are not getting that. And the Somaliland administration on the other side is saying, no, you are what we determine you to be. And that's basically the bottom line, and that's the basis of this conflict that's been happening, where the Somaliland administration is trying to oppress and pressure and by force to make these people be what they want them to be, to give them to determine their future. And the people are saying basically locally, enough is enough. We are who we are, and we have to take this land and our identity to be who we are. Okay. Which is basically under the Somalis. And we are Somalis. We belong to the Somali federal government. That's our flag, and that's what our great fathers fought for, and that's where we stand and what we believe today.
How many people have been displaced in the conflict in Las Anod, and what measures have been taken to address their needs?
The number of people that have been impacted or displaced is quite a lot. It's above 285,000. But I think those are the numbers that have been reported by the various humanitarian agencies as an estimate. But I strongly believe the number is way more than that. And they're not accounting people who are still stuck in the city that could not get out. Maybe they did not have the means to go out or to travel to nearby cities, as well as the other nearby cities or villages that still have a lot of people stuck in there. So those people are not being counted, in my opinion. But if we truly look at the number of people that have been affected is quite a lot. I would say easily above 500,000.
Okay, so there's actually people scattered in the outskirts of
this, yep, okay, that have not been able to migrate or get out. So, like for example, the village on the west side of the city, or between Og and Las Anod, like Yogori, Chulasamakab, Adade, nobody can go there. So these people are kind of like stuck on where they at, and nobody can go there. So these are numbers that are still missing, and these people are just as affected as those who have been displaced.
How do you respond to allegations by Somaliland authorities that Las Anod residents are associated with terrorist groups or anti-peace movements?
That's an unfortunate accusation, and out of all the people, they should know better, because they have been on the same page, same boat back in 1988, when they were fighting against the Somali government back then under Siad Barre regime. and that's what they used to be called. But the facts are the facts.
Okay.
We are who we are. People know who are these people, who are the identity of these people, where they are, and the whole habitants in here. We're not associated with any terrorism organizations, and we will never be. And in fact, if we look back, if we look closer to the definitions of a terrorist, is someone who terrorizes some people. And just by looking at the actions happening in this region, in this city, there's only one who is doing that action. The actions of terrorism, and that is the Somaliland regime. Attacking these people, causing them to flee, displacing them, basically using a heavy military weapons to attack them. So that shows you basically the level of hatred that they have and how deep this goes, and that basically they will do anything to destroy these people. So if we look at the actions of a terrorism, we just have to look at who's doing it.
Okay. He tried to label this community as terrorist, like you just said.
Right.
Do you think he was looking for an excuse to continue shelling the city and cause as much damage as possible?
Absolutely, and that's basically that was his intention, which is to get international support, because the international communities opposed this firing and shellings on civilians. So for him to get support, that basically was his narrative to use. But unfortunately, the international communities and everyone else around the world and locally can basically see the facts and on their own, and they can make their own decisions, and just let's not go by what someone said.
Okay. What are your expectations for the community of Las Anod in the future? What does it look like?
It's in a war zone at the moment, but we strongly believe that one day these people will get the freedom that they're looking for, that they will be part of Somalia and be free on their own and have their own self-determinations. We strongly believe that, and hopefully that will be sooner than later. Thank you, Tusmo. Welcome to Las Anod, and hope you will get a better experience next time. You'll have a straight flight from UK to Las Anod, hopefully.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you so much.